Greetings everyone, this is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the kickoff of Unboxing Weekend. And today we got something really special, HeroClix related. Not a brick. I know we're not in our usual place for a HeroClix unboxing, but yeah, we are doing one. It's a little bit special. It's not a brick, it's not a gravity feed. It's actually... It is the Devourer of Worlds himself, Galactus. Let's take a quick look at him. Alright, so we got a quick look at him from with as he looks in the box. So, as this is an unboxing, let's get him out of the box, huh? Oh boy. We'll also be comparing him to the we'll also be taking a look at the older Galactic Guardians one. Uh-oh. This little boy lost his head. Eh. You'll probably see a little an energy blast. We also have an alternate head. And I think I'm actually going to save this box for potential moving purposes. If I ever have to move this sumbitch ever again. The same thing with Cthulhu and Spectre. And I honestly would have done the same thing with the Galactic Guardians Galactus if, you know, it came in a box. Like a particular box. Alright. Hey. There it is, something missing still. Just remember. Add friggin' bottom. Yep. There we go. So we haven't had a regular Galactus. There was a zombie Galactus a few years ago on a 2x2 base. But this is our first regular Galactus in a very long while. And in fact, initially, if I understand correctly, this was supposed to be the grand prize for a tournament series this year. But with COVID, well, WizKids decided, hey, you know what? We'll put it out for sale regularly. So, yeah, I mean, he looks really good. Be a bit more of a closer look. Let's take a look at his heads, too. First, here's the classic head. Which, in all honesty, that's probably the head he's going to I'm going to put on him and just leave on him. But we also have a Helmetless Head for Galactus, or Galen of Ta. You have the power cosmic coming out of his eyes. It honestly looks really cool. If it weren't for the iconic, for the fact that this is actually kind of iconic, I would at least consider this. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you gotta have, you know. And we will put his energy blast of doom. Let's see how this bad boy looks all put together. Yeah, he's got a big orange dick coming out of his hand. But damn if he doesn't look like a badass. Yeah, we're going to be doing everything we can to display this guy as prominently as possible, as often as possible. Alright, so let's take a look at his card. Alright, so point cost. Galactus can be played at the following point totals: 750, 500, 400. Well, okay. He's got two dials, an A dial and a B dial. It looks like basically full points would be 1,000. That'd be so 1,000 points for both to run both dials. Then let's see, we got 750, 500, 400, 250, and then 100 points. So let's take. There's how the dials all look. As you can see, the 750 dial is the longest. Then we've got the next one, and yeah. What's actually kind of making him a bit of causing him to splash a little bit at the in the meta is the fact he has a 100-point dial. That 100-point dial. Now, you may have noticed that on all of his dials he has a 0 speed value. We'll get to that here in a little bit. There is a reason for that, though. But he's got 11 range. He's got 3 targets. Insane values. So, starting right off the bat, we open up with... well, okay, first off, like I said, let's take a look at the rest of the dial. Multi-dial characters, Galactus. When the G001A dial would be KO'd, instead, Galactus continues on click number 1 of G001B dial. Excess damage does not carry over. When Galactus is healed, he can't be healed above click number 1 of the B dial. So you can't heal him back onto the A dial. He's got improved targeting North hindering terrain. He is unique. As you can tell, taking a look at that the silver ring on his picture, which is also on his dial. He has the Cosmic Deity and Herald keywords. Then we've got placement when starting the game. When Galactus is placed during game setup or starts the game when summoned by the Herald Dial, he can't be placed on special terrain. Can't be placed in an opponent's starting area when summoned by the Herald Dial. Can be placed on blocking terrain and immediately destroys that terrain when doing so. We've got 2 traits. Cosmic Entity, can't be the target of an attack with more than 1 target. That's a throwback to the Avengers Infinity set, where figures such as Living Tribunal and Eternity, had that, as well as others, had that same trait. Galactus has landed on Earth. Power. Place Galactus anywhere on the map except an opponent's starting area or on special terrain. So, then we have some special things. We have the Elemental Converter. We've got 2 special dials as well, the Elemental Converter and Herald Dial. Let's take a look at it right quick. There's the Elemental Converter and there's the Herald Dial. That's another thing that's got him a bit in the meta. So the Elemental Converter. When playing Galactus, the Elemental Converter dial is in use whether he is on your force or your sideline. Accelerating Destruction. At the end of your turn, click the Elemental Converter dial once. If Galactus or the Herald KO'd an opposing character this turn, you may click an additional time. It can't be clicked past click 20. If a power cosmic symbol is revealed, heal Galactus equal to the number displayed on this dial. So, now you see the numbers there? Yeah, you can get them with, you can heal them up to 5, but it has to be on the very last click. So yeah. Converting planets to pure energy. At the end of each opponent's turn, deal 1 unavoidable damage to each character on that force within X squares of a map edge, where X is the number displayed on this dial. Okay, alright. Then we have the Herald Dial. How to play the Herald Dial. You may pay 25 points to include the Herald Dial on your starting force. This dial is in use whether Galactus is on the map or on your sideline, and this dial's effects apply until the Herald is KO'd. 25 points for this dial are scored when the Herald is KO'd. Cosmic Rebirth. During force destruction, choose a standard friendly character whose point value is equal to or less than half the build total to become the Herald. Generally speaking, that means a character of 150 points or less. The Herald has a range value of 5. If its printed range value is less and can't be equipped, or if its printed range value is less and can't be equipped or replaced. The Herald has power cosmic and can use the power displayed on the Herald Dial. Galactus is coming. At the end of your turn, if the Herald is within 5 squares of an opposing character or KO'd an opposing character this turn, click the Herald Dial once, turn it twice if both apply. The Herald Dial can't be clicked past click 12. Your words are spoke, the die is cast, so shall it be. The Herald has power. If you occupy an opponent's starting area, roll a d6. If the result is equal or more than the number displayed on the Herald Dial, place Galactus anywhere on the map on his purple 100-point starting line. Galactus scores 100 points if KO'd. And then taking a quick look at the Herald Dial. As you can see, it grants some powers. Phasing, I think that's hypersonic. Running shot, charge, we get some quake, psychic blast, pulse wave, damage. We get range combat expert, outwit, perplex, and it looks like probability control. Then yeah, those last six clicks of the Herald Dial. It's just a count. It's kind of a countdown from 6. As for Galactus, so like I said, he has a 0 speed value. All he has speed power wise is a few blocks of force blast at various points on his dials. Attack wise, we open up with penetrating psychic blast and a 15 attack. That drops to a 14 for a couple clicks. So we get a few clicks of a 13 with energy explosion, a few clicks of pulse wave with a 12, penetrating psychic blast with a 12, energy explosion with a 12, pulse wave with an 11, Pensai with 12, then 11, energy explosion with 11, pulse wave with 11, Pensai with 11, then 10, pulse wave with 10, quake with 10. Defensively speaking, well, first, he also has a power cosmic team ability, so he has built-in willpower and protected outwit, so no indomitable, but he's got power cosmic, so same difference. We get a straight 9 clicks of invincible, with a defense starting at 2 clicks at 21, 4 at 20, 3 at 19. Continue on with a 19 for the next 11 clicks. 10 of those are Galactus has impervious. And the last one he is back to invincible. Then we get let's see, 7 clicks at an 18 with invincible, then impervious and back to invincible. A couple 17s with impervious, and then we have a special defense power. Because I am Galactus. It's a stop click. Impervious regeneration. Galactus can reduce penetrating damage. Yeah, on that stop click, yeah. Damage wise, we open up with a printed 8 damage and probability control. A couple clicks of 7 in prob, then 3 clicks of 7 with outwit, then 3 6s with perplex, 2 more 6s with prob, a 5 with prob, 3 more 5s with outwit, 4 5s with perplex, 2 4s with prob, 2 4s with perplex, 2 4s with outwit, 2 more 4s with prob, 2 3s with outwit, and on his final click, a 4 with prob. Not too shabby. So, let's see though, how does he compare Oh boy. Well, he already, well, they're probably about the same size with this little pedestal. So this bad boy can be played anywhere from 1,800 to 300 points. $1,800, $1,500, $1,200, $900, $600, and 300 points. We have a trait on a few of his dials. Fundamental Force. I think this is on the 600 and 900 point dials. 600 and 900 point dials. Galactus can multi-attack and can be targeted by exploit weakness and mind control. Okay. Also on 600 and 900 point dials, we have another version of the Herald Dial, called simply My Herald. I hate to say it, but I'm going to put him down. And yeah, he's going to step down too. As you reveal your force, you may also reveal another figure of 100 points or less to become your Herald. Then each opponent may choose a character on their force to offer up as Herald. You may then either accept an opponent's Herald or choose your own revealed one. The chosen Herald is added to your force. Your Herald possesses the power of Cosmic Team ability, the flight symbol, and modifies their combat value by +1. In addition, they can use a standard power as listed on the Herald Dial. At the end of your turn, you may freely turn the Herald Dial to any slot. It can't be turned any other way. When Galactus begins a 600 point dial, you may return your Herald to your starting area on click number 1. Okay. Then we have two more traits. First one's on the 600 900 point dials. You shall not harm my master. Whenever Galactus takes damage, place a revenge token on this card. At the beginning of your turn, remove all revenge tokens and give your Herald that many actions as free actions this turn. And I've seen that used with devastating effect. So yeah. Now on the 300 point, we have the necessary evil of the universe. Galactus can use the Mystic's team ability and can't be targeted by exploit weakness and mind control. Okay. But we've got on speed, all he's got is phasing. On attack, yeah, he came off. He starts off with penetrating psychic blast and a 14 attack, doing 7 damage. Clicks into pulse wave, then energy explosion, then quake. Defensively speaking, we open him with impervious and a 20 defense. Then invulnerability, then toughness, and then we click into some perplex on damage, but no prob. On the Herald Dial, start off with running shot, then force blast, then phasing, then telekinesis, steel energy, energy explosion, inertial deflection, combat reflexes, invulnerability, leadership, I think that's leadership, perplex, and enhancement. Okay, interesting, very interesting. But also each of his dials, he technically has 3 dials: a 900 point, a 600 point, and a 300 point dial. Each one has a specific name. The 900 point dial is the hunger that dooms worlds. 600 points is the Devourer. 300 points is the cosmic balance. And it explains that if you play Galactus at 1,800 points, you start with the 900 point dial, the hunger that dooms worlds. Then you move on to the cosmic balance dial, the 300 point dial. Then the 600 point, or Devourer dial. Interesting. I've played against this piece a couple times. It's funny, I own it, yeah, but I've never actually used it. Mainly just because, you know, it's kind of a big deal, and you know, it's a little, yeah. I'm kind of surprised I never ran I never opted to put together something over these last few months against Galactus. I may actually do that. Don't know if I'll film it, but I'll consider it at least. Anywho, I honestly do kind of think that this new one is the new gold standard. I'm going to be displaying both prominently. And yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of this guy in unboxing videos, just kind of off to the side, to kind of say, hey look, it's Galactus! But yeah, he looks so good. Like, seriously. Just, damn, they, okay. There we go. But yeah, that's the new Galactus. And we'll be back. Also this weekend, this unboxing weekend, we'll be returning to Magic the Gathering to do an unboxing on Zendikar Rising. And we've got quite the series there. Anyway, that's all for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.